have to stand together, united and determined in our communities, as the people of Manchester did less than 2 weeks ago. We all express our love and solidarity to the families and friends of those who have died and of those who have been so grievously injured. And though we find it difficult to fully imagine their pain, we feel for them, we're with them, and we grieve for those who have died. We pay tribute to the ambulance service and the fire and rescue service for their bravery and their professionalism, and especially to the police and the British Transport Police. They acted quickly and decisively to save lives. Their professionalism was again exemplary. And also our magnificent National Health Service staff, who are still working now to save lives and heal the injured. And let's express our admiration too for those members of the public who put themselves in danger to assist and protect others, even to the extent of confronting the murderous attackers. As in Manchester last month, their actions represent not just the best of Britain, they represent the normal, decent Britain, the quiet courage and compassion that will always, always defeat fear and hatred. Those who wish to harm our people, divide our communities, and attack our democracy will not succeed. Our values of solidarity, humanity, and justice will prevail. The violence and brutality of last night's attack, the targeting of innocent people going about their ordinary business, is a depravity familiar from similar attacks in Manchester, across Europe, the Middle East, and beyond. That is why we're ready to consider whatever proposals may be brought forward by the police and security services more effectively to deal with the terrorist threat. If Labour is elected, I will commission a report from the security services on Friday on the changing nature of the terrorist threat. Our priority must be public safety, and I will take whatever action is necessary and effective to protect the security of our people and our country. That includes full authority for the police to use whatever force is necessary to protect and save life, as they did last night, as they did in Westminster in March. You cannot protect the public on the cheap. The police and security services must get the resources they need, not 20,000 police cuts. Theresa May was warned by the Police Federation, but she accused them of crying wolf. As Labour has set out in our manifesto, we will recruit another 10,000 new police officers, including more armed police, who need to be properly rewarded, as well as 1,000 more security service staff to support our communities and help keep us safe. But it is the timing of yesterday's attack that we must also address today. The aim of the terrorists is plainly to derail our democracy and disrupt or even halt this election. The general election is, of course, about the democratic choice between Labour and Conservative parties and our very different visions and plans for the future of our country. But it's also now about something even bigger. It's about the struggle between terrorism and democracy itself. The mass murderers who brought terror to our streets in London and Manchester want our election halted. They want our democracy halted. They want their violence to overwhelm our right to vote in a fair and peaceful election, to go about our lives freely. That is why there can be no doubt that next Thursday's vote must go ahead. Neither can we suspend our campaigning. So I'm glad to be here in Carlisle, as scheduled, and launching our housing policy with John Healey tomorrow. Across London today, people have been carrying on, upset and appalled, but carrying on. To act otherwise would be to hand the twisted, depraved strategists of ISIS the political victory they crave. That is right, that we return to the choices the British people face on June the 8th, in the sure and certain knowledge that we have together whatever our party views, already made the choice between democracy and terrorism, between freedom and fear. The choice you face on the 8th of June is a Conservative Party which has made it clear it will press on with another 5 years of austerity and cuts to essential public services to pay for even more tax handouts to the richest and the biggest corporations. Or the Labour Party, which is guaranteeing 95% of taxpayers will pay no extra tax, but is asking the best off and the largest companies to pay a bit more, to fund our hospitals, police, schools, decent pensions and childcare, to invest in good jobs and a growing economy, for the many, not the few.